Hey everybody, it's Lee, and this is Let Us Say It For You. How are you guys doing? I bet you didn't think I was gonna come back 2 episodes back to back. Look at me. Look at me. I want you guys to believe in me because I'm gonna be honest. I almost didn't make it. Almost didn't make it this well, let me not say this week, but I almost didn't make it today. So let me share my day with you guys. So we're all friends here. I went and had a pap today. Haven't had a pap in a while. I remember hating it last time, and I did not enjoy it. Probably more than I did not enjoy it last time. The lady was really nice though. It was a new lady. She was very very sweet. The older lady. She was very gentle. She's very gentle, but it was like my woman's wellness. So like, check your boobs and all of it. It's all right. So it's been a while, right, since I've been on the pod, and I used to tell y'all my business all the time, so I'll continue to do so. But it's been a while since anything has happened down there. So for me, it's like for my most recent action to be essentially getting fingered by an elderly lady. That's crazy. Like, is that my life? At 33, I did something that one. Man, it was weird. It was weird. It was weird. And when I said it to her, because obviously she acts like, when's the last time you had sex, sexual, whatever, you acted, blah, blah, blah. So I gave her that whole spiel. She was like, well, it's the first time something's been up here for a while. Did it do anything for you? Did it do anything? I was like, oh, I was stressing the pap all night last night, man, because it's like in my mind, I'm like, it's been so long since anything gone up there. I was like, that's not to hurt, bitch. Like, because it's like this isn't sex, right? This isn't like arousal. If you're not, they bust that shit open. And she goes, so I'm tense, like I'm tense. I'm like, and she's like, relax. I'm like, okay. Doing the best I can. It was very quick. I said if I shared this story, I was also gonna share what you should do. So I don't remember. I don't know what the exact age was. I kind of Googled it a little bit before I did the pod, but I forgot. But and if you have pap smears that are not irregular, so they come back normal, then you under a certain age, you only have to do it every 3 years. So I'm 33 and I still fall in the category of if my pap comes back regular, then I won't have to have a pap for another 3 years. So she'll still, fill me up. We'll talk about that in a minute. But that's it. So it's like, and I am overdue for a pap. I'm overdue. If I'm doing my math properly, if I'm not off, I should have had a pap last year or the year before. So it's like, okay, Leah, COVID came in, everybody got a little comfortable, but it's like, I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you have a vagina, you gotta check that shit. So this is your sign, girl. Go get felt up, And I mean, furthermore, they check your boobs, right? So I have nipple rings, and I'm like, should I leave them? I should take them out, right? So it was like, I felt like it was rude to leave them in, so I took them out, and I was like, so she makes you lay back and put your hands up, and she was very gentle. I know my last lady, she was a lot rougher with the girls, and I was like, miss, like, it's just, I'm just mind blown that at 33, the last touch my vagina or my breast has had was from an elderly woman, and this is my life. So I don't know. I feel a little crampy, but that's typical after a pap. Even if you have been fucking, it's typical after a pap. So I don't know, but I shared my story just to say, ladies, I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you have not scheduled your lady, your woman's wellness, whatever, just go ahead and get your pussy checked, girl. Good luck to you all. And I kind of put a little asterisk. I don't want to touch on it too much, but I've in this time span of not doing the pod, I've been trying to just fix stuff. So I've been trying to fix my house, and I'm trying to check about my health, just make sure everything's okay. And I've also been like doing dental work. And the couple tidbits I'll say about that is I don't know if it's just an island thing or what, where it's like when my mom was taking my mom recently took my little sister to the dentist, and she said it to my grandma, and my grandma Jamaican. And so she said, basically asked, are her teeth hurting? Like, why are you taking her to the dentist? And I said, Jesus, it's amazing any of us have teeth left. With that logic, Nana. So my mom was like, no, mama, but we gotta go get her teeth clean. We got whatever. So I'm just saying all that to say that, if it is something that you don't check on much, just go give it a glance. It may not be as bad as you think. Like, I am gonna have to pay quite a bit of money, but I finally got the process started, and that's something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time. So and the flip side, I've been wanting to redo my floors in my house for some time. That may be pushed back, but everything in due time. So anyway, this is just, again, I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you have a vagina, maybe it's time to go get your vagina checked. Just see if it's okay. See if it's all right, and your teeth, make sure you don't have gingivitis. Or they checked me for oral cancer. Apparently I do not have that. So maybe that'd be good news for you, all right, give it a check. All right. A couple social media things I want to talk about. I just want to do an episode. I have some bigger things I want to talk about, but I'd rather save that for some guests. So let's go. There's the lady, The Orange is the New Black. I never watched that show. I think I watched about like 3 or 4 episodes, and I was trying to get into it, but I kind of couldn't, right? So I know one of the girls on there, one of the ladies on there, I'll put her name in, I'll pop her name up. She went live, I think, or just made a video talking about licking a married man's butthole for like the last 3 days. Right? Okay. She said she didn't mind doing it. Right? She doesn't mind licking ass. It's a little ass licking, nothing major. So she was just kind of taken aback though by the fact that he was married. All right, there's 2 things I want to say about this. For one, she does not look the best. I don't know what she typically looked like. I can't imagine she looked like that on the fucking show. But she does not look the best. And then it's like, now she's coming out admitting to like licking somebody's husband's asshole for the last 3 days. All kinds of really weird shit. I for one, I don't know if she's like, no. I take it back, because I was gonna say I don't know if she's maybe like stretched for cash or something, but she's not, because she said she was about to go buy the licky fucking boat. So now it's like, now my next question is it drugs? And I'm gonna ask Bree. Is Bree on live? Bree, I don't know if Bree saw it. Bree's she is my pharmaceutical rep, so she tells me what drug each celebrity is on. So I'm gonna send it to Bree, and Bree, you tell me what you think she's taking. That one, she's moving a little. I'm trying to see, okay, if I know she kind of quizzes me from time to time. I don't think it's weed. Weed ain't never made me lick nobody ass. And they never do that. And if I did, it would never make me come on live talk about looking at somebody's husband's ass on top of that. Anyway, maybe she is on drugs, but what drug, Jody? Maybe it's like prescription pills. Like, does that slow you down? Is it like a high and then a drop? Is that how it works? I don't know. But my first thing was there's a mental health aspect behind these celebrities that I feel like people don't really tap into enough. I don't know her. I don't know of anything else she's been in, but she looks familiar. So she looks like somebody I've seen before. And when I see celebrities do stuff like that, it always makes me think like, man, who do they have around them? And that's no pressure on people who are around them, but it's just like, Can't none of my homegirls do no shit like that. And even if they did, like if Michael just wanted to jump out one day and be like, she was looking at somebody's husband asshole. I mean, Michael wouldn't even be able to get the whole sentence out her mouth before I showed up wherever she was and slapped the shit out of her and just slapped the phone out of her. Michael, what the fuck are you doing, bitch? So I guess to be fair, I don't know if any other video has come out of her after she's mentioned this whole booty thing. So maybe one of her friends did come slap the shit out of her and be like, bitch, what is you doing? And again, like I said, she looked terrible. She looked terrible. But there's a mental health aspect behind it that I really wish more people, it's like as popular as it's become, I think it's more popular to talk about it than actually do it, because I don't even want to go all the way to mental health. Like maybe nothing's wrong with this lady. That just didn't look, it didn't look like she was okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna get off of it because I don't know what drug it is. And then what if ain't nothing wrong with her? What if she's just, that's how she always is? Like, what if she's just permanently like a slow speaker? And then, voila, I ate people's husband's ass. Like, that's crazy. I don't fucking understand. All right, number 4. All right, this is crazy AF to me. And I feel like Michael would have been good for this. Okay. So Michael Oher was like the star, the young black kid in The Blind Side. If you guys ever saw The Blind Side, right? Sandra Bullock was the star of the movie, or whatever. I love Sandra, which is funny because I've seen a few comments people talk about, I don't look at Sandra the same. How the fuck you let this slide? She don't know what the fuck going on. But anyway, so basically the movie The Blind Side, the gist of it was this well-off white family. I don't remember the complete storyline, but they saved this poor little black kid. They kind of took him in, they adopted him, and you just helped raise him. He was really good. He's a football player. He went to the NFL. He's been in the NFL this whole time. Jack got serious now, and that's the story. Definitely a tearjerker. If you feel like crying, I'm a crying. So if you feel like crying, definitely. Well, maybe not now, because now apparently it was all cat. The man came out today, I think, or yesterday. I think it was today. Came out today and basically said all that shit was bullshit. These people actually did not legally adopt him. They just kind of used the story to get hype. They also somehow got him into the conservatorship. I think that's like, that doesn't feel right. Conservatorship. The same shit Britney Spears' daddy did to her. And again, my other question is, how the fuck people keep getting in these? And how do people keep granting these when it's so obviously, you know what I'm saying, like a biased decision? Like, why the fuck would you do that? I don't understand how they keep getting granted. But he's trying to say for the movie The Blind Side, they made millions of dollars for like sales, just everything you've been getting so far. He's never made a dime off of that. That's what he's saying. He's saying he's never gotten a dime from anything related to The Blind Side. And these people have also made all his contracts have to come through them, all his NFL contracts. And apparently, this whole time, he just been playing football and whooping ass and shit and didn't realize that his fucking money and all this other shit didn't make sense. I'm sure. Like, okay. I looked at the comments. I like to see the opinions. I saw quite a few comments saying, so y'all really thought this white family just picked up this big ass black kid, and out of the goodness of their heart, I was like, yes, damn, everybody got to be evil as fuck. Like, I thought it was a good story. But I don't understand. Like, I don't understand how they didn't legally adopt him, but they were able to like sign their name on his contract, like his NFL contract. Like, I don't understand that. And I also don't understand how they keep putting these babysitting ass clauses over people's finances for grown ass fucking people. Britney Spears just got off of it. And I'm not gonna go there. Britney Spears just got off of hers, but this woman's been grown. It's Britney older than me. So I don't understand how this works. And I don't, it's unfortunate because The Blind Side, I forgot where it is. I don't know if it's the courthouse here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I don't know. There's somewhere that plays that fucking movie over and over and over again. I keep feeling like it's the courthouse because I've been selected for jury duty like twice. So I feel like it was there where they just keep that shit on repeat like all the time. It's just on. And so either way, the whole story was a lie. Or I guess just kind of glamorized. And then when I kind of heard that today, that took me down like a creepy dark path, right? Because I watch a lot of true crime shit all the time. So there's always these people that are just like kind of taking kids for like nefarious reasons, not always sexual and like abusive in that way, but really just on collecting a check from the fucking government. And so according to Michael, they've used his story, this whole Blindside movie story, to garnish like all these speaking arrangements, everybody a fucking public speaker and all this stuff, and like open like a charity event, like all these things in the name of what they've done for him when he's saying he hasn't seen a dime, and they're also in control of his contracts. So I don't know how that works. I don't know how he gets in and out of this. I do think the best way to get some type of traction is shame. Oh my gosh, guys, I had this whole debacle with American Airlines while I wasn't on here. I'll tell you guys the story one day, but the bottom fucking line is, shout out to my girl Essie. I got my motherfucking money back. And every day, I was going to fight Caribbean Airlines up every day. So I do think shame is a wonderful motivator to get things along. So I really hope he does. He said he just found out 6 months ago. And they tricked him. And I'm not that I don't believe him. I'm just saying this is my alleged, whatever. They tricked him into signing over his right. Like he said 3 months after he turned 18. So if I remember the story enough, I mean, it was a kid that was obviously like a kid that was down on his luck, wasn't in the best environment. So he obviously was naive to what the fuck was going on. And if they were treating him good enough, good enough is probably better compared to, or amazing compared to what he had. So I don't know, but I think it's, oh, wait, hold on. I got Roma's underscore Cram said it's based on mental health and level of vulnerability of the individual. Agreed. I agree. Right. Because like I said, he was a kid who obviously needed to be fucking taken in by somebody. So unfortunately, they were able to take advantage. And I hate that it's been this long that he hasn't known about it, but I do hope there is some way to work around this. And like I said, shame is a wonderful motivator. And my thing is like, now that we know it's cap, do they still get booked for speaking arrangements? Because I want to say no, but that Derrick Jaxn, Nick, the big black ass, lying ass, making videos in his car ass, nigga, y'all know I don't like him. I'm not talking about his black ass in a minute, but bitch is still booking him. He's still getting booked to give people advice when he been fucking everybody but his wife for the last how many? Oh, don't get me started. You see, I'm getting loud. I had some tequila before. This is also still tequila, so I'm really out. All right. Anyway, next topic. The freaking it is Derrick. Huh? Perfect segue. So Derrick Jaxn, over the break for the podcast, something that made me want to bring the podcast back like 3 or 4 times, but I didn't. Is Gyno Action, his former wife. She has, this is about, I would say 3 months ago, maybe. She has a boot camp that she's coming out with. And it's a boot camp to, I guess, women who dealt with infidelity, kind of help them be stronger women, help them get through the debacle that they're dealing with, help them get past infidelity and or leaving the husband or whatever. It's a boot camp. Okay, I'll start here. Gyno, in that same interview that I saw this on, made a point to tell us that she knew these other women's bodies better than she knew her own, because she would find the videos of her husband fucking these other women, and she would try to mimic everything that these women did so he would keep or come back to fucking her. She also, once he came out and admitted to cheating on her, or however, we did a little video on the couch. I think it was like a couple days later. I did talk about this on the podcast. She came out with the bonnet and was condemning us and our children to death. Find it. Google this shit. I'm not lying. That's what the bitch did. She was condemning us to death, bleeding the blood of Jesus on us, because we told her to leave her lying ass husband. The last thing I'm going to say, he filed from divorce from her after he cheated on her with everybody else. except me. I'm probably the only person he ain't fucked. So all that, I said all that to say, what the fuck is she gonna teach me at a goddamn boot camp? What is she gonna teach anybody at a fucking boot camp? At all. In any way, shape, or form. And I'm getting loud. Let me calm down. What angers me, what's upsetting me and my homegirls the most about this woman is charging $5,000 for this. The packages range from $5,000 to $7,000 for like, if I'm not mistaken, it's like a day. It's not even like a weekend retreat or no shit like that. It's a day. A day. So she annoyed me with that. I was thoroughly upset. They both crazy as fuck. Agreed. Yes, they both crazy as fuck. So I was annoyed with that, finding it. But anybody can kind of tell that this is obviously like an insecure woman. And she's actually a beautiful woman. She's shaped real good. Ass is real big ass. So you're good looking, you shape nice. You are very, very, very stuck up under this big old dude. But he trifling, but you finally, or he left and you're trying to profit off of your experience. I don't think anything's wrong with that, but I think you out your rabbit ass mind charging $5,000 to $7,000 for it. All right, next. Today, just today, Derrick Big Black Ass went on the same fucking podcast that she went on. It's something about my wife. And I don't think I want to quote it properly, so I'll put it in the caption for this. But on the podcast, he goes on the same podcast, and I think I heard like a minute and 30 seconds or like 2 minutes of just a question he asked about why he did what he did to his wife. And this man essentially blamed her for why he cheated on her. She was sexually assaulted, like right before she met him. And he says, this is him. And he doubles down on what he says because he was in the comments saying, when women speak about their trauma, it's understood. But when men speak about their trauma, it's a problem. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Derrick. Like, it's like he'll get on my nerves so bad. Shut the fuck up. So he said his sexual drive is aggression, right? So he likes to choke and he likes to grab his woman up. He said he would do that. This would trigger her. His pride would kind of step in and say, oh, she don't want me, I'm me. So because he knew of some other big booty bitch that had a dorm room free at the time, yes, Derrick Jaxn, Courtney, had a dorm room free, he would just go cheat on her with this girl. And that's how he began cheating. So you meet a woman who was sexually assaulted. You can't just turn down your aggressive ass, whatever the fuck that is, for 5 minutes. So you don't trigger whatever it is she's dealing with. So your solution is, I'm going to go cheat on her. I can do the flip. I do feel like if you're dealing with some really emotional shit, maybe it's best you're not in a relationship. You make it difficult for everybody. Everybody's kind of inconvenienced in that situation. It's difficult for you because you can't really cope with them because you're dealing with your shit. And it's difficult for your partner because I don't really think it's their job to get you through that. I think they should encourage you to go to somebody who can get you through that. And if they can sit through that with you, then shout out to them. But I don't think anybody should jeopardize their own mental health in the process of trying to help somebody else's mental health. It seems like a cycle, and I don't see the solution in any way, shape, or form. So he could have, and she could have as well, I guess. They could have just stayed apart. But I guess the logic was he was so big and fine and attractive and everybody wanted him and he wanted me. So I want to be with him. And then allegedly, because I don't believe him at all, I believe he just wanted to cheat on her and that's why. Like, that's it. She's annoyed. She annoys me. Okay? So I definitely, like, I get it. But, like, I don't marry the bitch. Like, I don't know. She annoys me, so I understand the annoyance, but it doesn't change the fact that you're married. And you sat in a car with your big ass. Oh, that's what irritates me on because he's so big. Like, just a big lying ass nigga. Like, sits in the car condemning all these other black men about what they doing wrong. We didn't even know he was fucking married for years. Nobody knew he had a wife. And then when he comes out in the midst of cheating on her, this bitch just as dumb as him. And I bleed the blood on you and I condemn you and your children to death. fuck the two of them upset me, to say the least. And they also kind of opened my eyes, and hopefully maybe yours too, to how many people out here really just lost as fuck. Like, people really don't have a mind of their own at all. And so they cling to anything. I don't understand why any woman at all still supports Derrick Jaxn when all he has done this whole time is cheat on his stupid ass wife. And I bet somebody spent 5 or 7. She must have lowered the price by now. I'm gonna check it when I get up there. But I don't know. I'm sure somebody spent money to go to her workshop, her boot camp, for a woman who got cheated on and left to tell them how the fuck to get over heartbreak. Bitch, you don't know how to get over it. You didn't leave him. He still left you. Anyway, they upset me. Y'all know they upset me every fucking time. Every time I see his big ass. I saw him on the fucking computer today. I almost threw something. All right, I got 2 more for you guys, and I'm getting my fuck up out of here. Not much on this because I don't really know them too much, but when I see clown shit, it really irritates me, and it kind of transitions into my last topic. So I watch Love and Hip Hop as much, like I can't catch it when it's on, but I'll remember later on, and I'll just like binge watch them all, right? I don't mind watching Love and Hip Hop. I am entertained. It's entertaining. And I remember when the rock star guy, I think he was on Hollywood, and I don't remember who he was talking to on Hollywood. Like, I don't remember. I think he was like really close to Brooke Valentine or something. And I don't remember if him and Tierra Marie got into it or if they were cool. I don't remember. Either way, I remember not liking him on that season. I don't like guys who are like extra spicy with women. That's weird to me. Very weird fucking energy. Like, I don't get it. So he's always been like that. He's always been ready. He's like ready for Trieste and all them something. So fast forward now, Basketball Wives is back. I had no fucking clue, right? I used to watch Basketball Wives back in the day. So I binge watched Basketball Wives like maybe 2 weeks ago. And Angel Brinks, who I know from Basketball Wives back in the day, she's actually a really, really successful fashion designer. Honestly, 9 times out of 10, if you see something with a whole bunch of diamonds and shit on it on a celebrity, she made it. Like, she's made stuff for Jennifer Lopez's to the whatever. Very successful lady. I think she's really cute. She's really small. And she's back on this season. And then we find out she's pregnant, and it's from Rockstar. And I remember the first thing I thought was, why is she fucking with this lame ass thing? Like, that's the first thing I thought, right? And then I said, okay, but he was on the show when I saw him. Like, he seemed calm and he seemed caring or whatever. And then in Angel's kind of situation, she was scared to tell her family that she was pregnant, because Angel, I think she has 2 kids. Her first kid's father passed, and I think the second one, she's just not with him. And now she has a baby with Rockstar. So it's a little Summer Walker-ish, but she's not as loud and crazy with her as like Summer. So fine, I get it, whatever. She has 3 kids, 3 separate baby daddies. She's with Rockstar. I don't fucking get it. Yesterday, nobody at all. Rockstar comes out. You're 43, 3 different baby daddies. You've been with me for 3.5 years. You think you stop being a hoe now. He cusses her the fuck out, right? Because apparently she's been cheating on him with all these very famous fucking people. Like, I don't remember the names, but when I was hearing him, I was like, got more money than him, got more money than him, got more money than him too. So he's naming all these very successful men that she's allegedly given the box to while she's been with him. And then he says, he has to go get a DNA test. He don't think the baby is. And he goes on this whole tangent. All right. This kind of ties into the next topic, which is I just so happened to catch Love and Hip Hop as I was sitting here doing this. I saw the episode today. And I have an issue with women and men that let people disrespect the mother of their children or the father of their children, like in a crazy way like that. Like, that's confusing to me, because this person is attached to your child. When you do this, I automatically think it's like ignorant. You're like lowbrow to me as soon as I see shit like that. Because regardless of what the situation is, can't nobody talk about my baby daddy crazy. If you talk about him spicy, I'm gonna light your ass up. Like, that's how it works, because he's family at this point. This is the father of my child. So this man comes out and publicly calls the mother of his child. You got 3 baby daddies, 3 different, but you knew this when you were fucking her. When you were nutting in her, you were fully aware you was gonna be the 3rd. So as much as you dragging Angel, ain't you fucking stupid too? Then he goes on and talks about his kids, and then he kind of retract that and said, he thinks that's fucked up, and he was like, I can't let no bitch get me out my whatever. So now his baby mama is a bitch and all this other type of shit. And it takes me all the way back to how I felt about when I first saw that she was even talking to him. I said, why would she fall for this? Like, what is this? Nothing about him seems like a decent guy, but it's too late. Now it's all fucked up. I don't know what she said. She has not came in, as far as I know, as of today before I got on here. She hasn't come out and said anything separate, but I feel so bad for women in that situation too, because I don't know. Here's my thing. I don't know if Angel cheating on him or not. Right? And I do feel like you can do whatever you want to do to somebody, but you can't tell them how to respond to it. So if she cheated on him and really messed with this man's pride and etc., men and their pride is the most fabulous fucking thing on the world. A man's pride is so fickle. So do I think this is a good look? No. But it never hurt, right? And I don't know. I don't want to say Angel gives promiscuous, but Angel definitely gives I'm a fuck who I want to. But I mean, that's what it gives. I don't want to shame her. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do her like that. All right, all I'm gonna say is this. I don't respect men that move like that. And he's literally the same person he's always been, which is why I think everybody was confused that she fucked with him in the first place. And then to trickle down to the last topic, it's Scrappy. So I just watched this situation. I didn't know Scrappy was fucking with Diamond again. Diamond looks great. Also, I throw that out there. She looks really nice. But I heard Diamond kind of going in about, she was calling Bambi names and all this other shit. And I'm like, so Scrappy, I would feel so uncomfortable letting that happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would feel so uncomfortable letting somebody talk about him like that. Talk about my child's father like that, especially when you have a kid that's old enough to see it. Because my thing is now, okay, if you cared so much about his daughter with Erica, if he cares so much about how she would be affected by this, exactly how does it work that your new lady interest is calling? Well, I don't know. She's not beefing with Erica, I guess. So I guess that's why it's okay, which is also confusing because they used to beef once upon a time. The whole situation is so confusing to me. And then it always goes back to, okay, Scrappy, but well, I guess, you know what, guys? You know what? I got to dial it back. This reminds me of something that my baby daddy said to me once upon a time. I don't know why it's so difficult for people to have respectful relationships when it comes to one another. And I don't know what the driving force is in between that, but all these women arguing, they only even know each other because of him. And I feel like this puts you in the middle of this in some way, shape, or form. And these aren't just random broads, right? This is your mother who don't stay out of shit. This is your daughter who doesn't really have much to do with it for real. This is the mother of your first child, and this is your ex-wife. So these are all very important women, and it doesn't seem like he has much control over it, but he seems to be ready to check everybody but his mama. So it's like I haven't seen this in a while, and watching it tonight, it's just like I did see when all the drama was taking place, and I was like, is this for real? You know what I'm saying? And it's just disappointing to see that he doesn't necessarily try to alleviate it in some type of way, because even if you don't get along with Bam, it doesn't change the fact that you got a whole bunch of kids with her. So I don't know. I guess that would be my question for you guys. When it comes to the disrespect of your, and I don't know, that's even hard to say because I know so many girls that don't give a fuck what people say about their baby daddies. But then I even have views on that. I feel like if co-parenting relationships are beefing like that, somebody still want to fuck somebody. Like, that's how I feel. I think if you and your child's other parent can't co-parent in a decent way, somebody still has feelings in some way, shape, or form. It doesn't have to be you. It could be them. But that's something that they need to fucking explore and let go. But that's the only reason why you would make something so complicated. It's so much fucking easier when you get along. Like, me and Manny get along great, and that saves so many problems. So I think it has to be somebody still wants somebody in some type of way. But whatever. I guess my question would be with that. Do you think that is the case? Why do you think co-parenting relationships can't work? I know a lot of I know one case of a guy that is on child support. He's super mad at his child's mom because she won't take him off child support. But they have 3 kids together. And she has all 3 of the kids. And she takes care of all 3 of the kids by herself. And he's on child support and he doesn't pay it. And then he wants her to take him off. And my thing is, but nigga, she needs help. So like every now and then she'll get like $80 or something crazy like that. And I'm like, and then he got like mad other kids too. So it's, and she was the mother of his first 3 kids. And then he just went out and just started laying kids all over the land. So for me, it's like in that situation, what the fuck is she expected? What the fuck is she expected to do? And I love how that blended in because my very next fucking topic is dad. Let's talk about Safari. Now, Safari is Jamaican as the day is long, right? And every time he pops up, sometimes he upsets me. I feel like he be embarrassing me. He embarrasses us all. Like Jamaicans, he embarrasses Caribbean people, he embarrasses Black people with his fucking antics. I heard this man straight up say just now. I remember the drama with him buying Rolexes for like some 2-year-olds or 1-year-olds or something like that, right? And I said, okay, cool. Weird flex, but okay, cool. I just heard Safari, I just saw it on TV. Safari said, I wrote it down. Hold on. He said, it was my money. It was my good gesture. And when somebody says, you should do this or you should do that, I say, you should go to hell. And then he smiled and sucked his thumb up. And the precursor to that was, everybody's asking, how come you didn't buy your kids something for their birthday? And then he followed up with, it's my money. And that was my good gesture. Has nothing at all to do with why the fuck he didn't buy his kids something. And I just want to hover there for just a moment. I know some men who agree with how he moves. And I'm so fucking confused. Like, I'm so confused. Shout out to one of the ladies on the cast. She was like, why did he buy Rolex these big ass watches for these little ass kids? And it doesn't make sense. And then even in the same scene, he's allegedly trying to fuck with one of the homegirls. It's just too much. It's too much. I trickle it all the way back to this coddling behavior when it comes to men and like this walklessness when it comes to their fucking kids. And I'm gonna hover this in the Jamaican community. I know Black Americans that do this, but I'm gonna deal with the Jamaicans for just a fucking second because I blame y'all mamas. I know so many Jamaican moms that coddle their fucking son. I'm thinking of 3 right now that I know, like as I know them, and I know how much their mom still coddles them. And I feel like when you do that, you produce niggas like Safari. And this is, and I don't know. I don't know about the Haitians. Someone just said Haitians too. I don't know about them as much, but I believe you. Because I think it's like an island woman thing. And then I think maybe we do have to trickle it into the Black mothers who do that with their sons. And it's like, what the fuck is that? Because we're dealing with that. And that's kind of my message to the women that are my age now. And we're raising, I don't think our kids are Gen Zs. I think there's something else. Like Mia and my little sister, my daughter and my little sister are Gen Zs, and Micah's kids are like a whole different generation. And I don't know what mini millennials. That's what Micah kids are called. Mini millennials. So the idea is that they will be decent men, I guess, but it's like this coddling shit that these women are doing. I also feel like I see some bitches my age doing it with their kids. And I feel like, all right, bitch, you're going to be the one. You're going to be the one to make the new Safari. You're going to be the one. And I've seen Safari's mom on the show before, Jamaican lady, obviously, and she kind of snapped, like, yo, in a look good thing, I go on, blah, blah, blah. But then it's like, the clown just said it's my good gesture. And he bought Rolexes for like newborns or something. Like, it's just very weird, very fucking weird flex. I don't understand. Haitian parents, if y'all doing that, now y'all know I had my one Haitian experience, and I would say I didn't sense any weird mom vibes with him, but maybe they were there. Maybe I missed them. I don't know. All right, last thing I'm going to touch on tonight is I saw the theme for next week, and I remember this was also something that made me almost bring the podcast back the other day. I saw Spice, my good sis Spice, dancehall queen Spice, the Spice of dancehall, queen of dancehall. It was about a month or two ago. I saw Spice aggressively arguing with Erica Mena's vagina on social media. And it upset me so fucking much because you know, in the shade room comments, every time a Jamaican artist pop up, like when Shensia first started coming up on the thing, everybody would always say who, and then all the Jamaicans would be in there lighting their asses up. It's like I hate when people do that. It's so annoying. But Spice is so important to Jamaica. We love Spice, right? And to see Spice come to big America and get on big national television, or excuse me, not national, she was on social media, and argue with Erica's vagina like that. And Erica messy, right? Like we've been watching Erica Mena on social media for years, or on reality TV for years. But Erica didn't say anything. She played this shit so player. I just saw scenes of basically her with Safari, and I figured it was something because of Safari. Jamaicans sit together, I get it. And he basically said he has been paying child support or whatever. And I see Spice saying like, "Oh, like the Erica I tell lie," or whatever. Like she was just saying, "Okay, I do see all this." Spice is so fucking messy. Spice is so fucking messy. And I felt like nothing I was gonna see on this show was gonna justify the way she came on social media and carried the fuck on. I really felt like that. And I remember reading that Erica must have flipped the table or something. And she said Erica called her a black bitch. And that's why she got so mad. And she told Erica man her mouth was full of teeth like zippers. She said Erica's mouth was full of teeth like zippers, right? So she went the fuck off, but she went on about her vagina and all these STDs. Like she just went, it was just such a distasteful look for a Grammy nominated dancehall artist. And now I'm seeing that it's because you was involved in shit that ain't got nothing to do with you. Safari ain't shit. Nobody needs to be defending Safari. Safari ain't worth shit. Safari is wrong for the shit that he's doing. So everybody knows that. And I feel like as a woman, there's no reason to justify that. So it seems like she mixed up on Blend like usual. Because Spice seemed like she messy as fuck. I got that from that whole situation she did with Jock, and Jock's side chick is her best friend, and all this fucking confusion. I don't like it, Spice. I don't like it. Okay, I like the dance hall Spice. Get up and put like Spice. That's like she's a celebrity. She ain't mixed up like this. She not in all the fuck shit. I think this is where celebrities come on here and start fucking up. They get a podcast, they get on a reality show, and they show us unfortunate sides of them. I feel like I want Nicki Minaj to stop talking to us online today. I love her music. Do not like her as a person. She's so miserable. She seems so miserable. And Spice, love her music, but Spice messy. She mixy. She messy. She mixed up on no. Bye. And then you come on here and embarrass yourself talking about Erica Pussy all day. Like I don't like it. I'm gonna tune in because I'm interested. I'm interested to see if it was worth it. I'm interested to see if how she carried on would be worth it, but I highly doubt it. And it also is a thing where she talks so much about wanting dancehall to be taken seriously and wanting Jamaica to be this and that. And she's made us so proud with the Grammy nominated. Like this is a Grammy nominated artist. And it's not to knock Erica, right? Like Erica Mena is messy, but I do like Erica. Like sometimes I can't stand her, but Erica, she's consistent. Like, right? She's consistently what she is. So Erica's fine. But Spice, you're Spice. Like I was gonna say you're an actual star, but you're like a real fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? Why the fuck are you even getting mixed up in this? And then you doing this on the strand of a whole clip boy. Like Safari. And y'all know I've been tight about Safari since we saw his dick for real. Because I remember the print and I felt like the dick that we actually saw in that little snippet didn't look like the print. And whatever. Anyway, I'm tuned in to see. I'll probably remember, but I'll catch up on it eventually when it does come out, and I want to see if it was really worth that. And it is a bit of a ding for her because just of how far she is in her career to be kind of stooping that low and doing stupid shit like this. And I will say, because Erica was so quiet, that could be because she knows she showed the fuck out. Like it could be because she really did do some ridiculous shit. And so she knows how bad it will look when it comes out. She didn't want to make it worse. So I really hope it is a situation like that and not just Spice coming out here carrying on, talking about STDs and people's vaginas and pH about like she went so hard. And it just better fucking be worth it. Like that's how I feel. It just better be worth it. All right. I think that's it, y'all. I was gonna talk about this, but I'm not gonna talk about this on this episode. It's a little too much. A little too much. We'll do it next time. I think I talked to you guys about my vagina a little bit. Didn't go too far. I was a little worried, right, because of the tequila, but I think it worked out. All right. I remembered. I practiced my outro. I when I got off the last pod, so I'm gonna try. Please visit us at letitsaitforyou.com. Follow us at Let It Say It For You on IG. Let It Say It For You on YouTube. Let It Say It For You on Twitter. No, shit. See, I promise I'm gonna have it down packed by the time I come back. Okay. Episode 3 on the return. It's gonna be like I never left, right? I used to do what grind my gears. So much shit get on my nerves right now. It's too much. It's too much to live. It's too much to name. But again, ladies, please go check your vaginas. It's time. Okay. It wasn't fun, but it was quick, right? Your teeth, just go check your teeth. Just see if your gum's good. That's all. If you got a cavity, you got a root canal, you don't get a check. It can get in your bloodstream. That's not safe. You don't want that, right? I don't want that for you either. All right. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful evening, night, morning, whatever it is. Thanks so much for listening, guys.